Hey guys, you know who it is. It's your buddy, your one and only, the California Kid. How you doing out there, guys? How you feeling, most importantly? Remember what we always say, when you feel good, you do good. Hey guys, here at the office here on the West Coast, definitely wanted to come and share some more nuggets here with you today. Listen, right now I am so full. Just got off a call with one of the leaders in the organization and just had an amazing phone call that really just got my mind and my juices flowing. And I just said that I needed to share this with you guys because I know that there's somebody out there that's going to be eternally blessed from receiving this particular message. So I hope that you're feeling well. If you're not, one thing you got to know, when you feel good, you do good. Do everything in your power to preserve the way you feel, such as eat better, work out. Make sure you say your gratitude affirmations every day. Also, try and focus on what you do well, not what's not going well. Try and focus on what's going well. We all got many things that we could focus on that are not going so well, but let your mind meditate and focus on the little things that you do well, the things that you do have, not what you don't have. Okay? There's always something that you're missing, but focus and be grateful for what you have. Okay? Listen, when I finally figured out that, you know what, I was more than enough. The way I am with the scars and this and that, my nose, my mouth, and my everything, my situation. And, I used to believe that I wasn't going to be massively successful because everything about my life was not perfect. Well, you know what? Thank God for leadership. Thank God for friends and family that was able to encourage me from factual information to show me that there was no prophet in the Bible that was perfect. Nobody was perfect, but they all had a purpose. Ooh, did you catch that? We're coming fast today. Come on, buckle up. We're going fast. I said nobody was perfect, but they all had a purpose. Oh, my goodness. I think I might want to sign up for a rapping career. I'm doing okay. Call 50 Cent. Call 50 Cent right now. Tell him I want to make a deal. Sign me. What did I say? I said what I learned from reading the good book is that nobody was perfect. Nobody. But they all had a purpose. So what that tells us is that each of us, we all have a purpose. And the funny thing about the world we live in is it tries to drown us out. It tries to make us feel small. It tries to make us feel that we're inadequate, not enough. We're designed to be last. We can't do it. You don't qualify. You don't have this. It tries to remind us of what we're not, rather than being grateful for what we are. We've been created in the image of greatness. This is true. We've been created we are one out of a million. We truly are. And there's greatness inside of each and every single person. Now, I got a metaphor. I don't know if it's a metaphor or an analogy. Maybe y'all can tell me what it is or it isn't. But listen, it's good, okay? Listen, let me ask you a question. And this is for all of you that are watching this post, those that are in network marketing or direct sales, and even those that aren't. This is a leadership tip that I'm going to give you. Let me ask you a question. I want every single leader in every single company, you better listen to my handsome face talk to you today. Got shaved just for you. Okay, I did it just the way you like it. All right, listen. Here's the question. What is the most important part of a car? What is the most important part of a car? Let's think here. Type in your answer. Type in your answer. What is the most important part of a car? What is the most important part of a car? We're going to wait 15 seconds while you type in your answer. Okay, just type in your answer. Type in your answer. What is the most important part of a car? Just type in your answer. Do 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 do. Again, just trying to give you some time. Give you a little background music. Okay. What is the most important part of a car? Now, watch this. Listen carefully. Some of you replied engine, some of you replied this, some of you replied that. The most important part of a car is the missing link. Whatever is missing from that car operating efficiently is the most important part. Woo! I think we can just shut the Facebook Live off right now. What's my point? My point is this. Every single part on the car serves a purpose. Even the tiniest screw. Ooh, man, listen, look, I can't help it. I just can't help it. Sometimes the stuff that just comes out of me, it fires me up because it's so on point. You ever heard something so pure that it's like, man, I never thought about it like that. This is what I want you to understand. What's the point as it relates to network marketing and you building your teams and dealing with people? You see, sometimes we think that, oh, well, this person here, if they're a leader and they're doing all this production, they're super important. They are. And sometimes we think, oh, this person over here that can't even build their list of 100, oh, they're not so important. That's not true. You see, Romacio Fulcher could have been the one name that was on Bob's list. And Bob was struggling just to come up with 3 people. Now watch this. But Bob was able, he wrote down his buddy Paul on his list, okay? And he wrote down his friend Sharon. And Bob said, you know what? Listen, that's all I know. I live a very small life. I don't connect. I'm a hermit. I don't really connect with anybody. I only know these 2 people. I'm telling you. I live a very small life. This is what Bob is saying. And on his list is Paul and Sharon. And Paul, he just didn't even answer the phone when we tried to text him or call him. So he never picked up. And Sharon, she says, you know what? I know somebody named Johnny. I know a person named Johnny. And that's about all I know. I only know one person. And then Johnny says, hey, listen, I've got a relationship with this black boy. His name is Romacio. They call him the California Kid. Me and Mas, we go way back. Okay? I know Romacio. Now, wait a minute. Watch this. All of this came from Bob. Remember, Bob only knew Paul and Sharon. Sharon knew Johnny, and Johnny knew Romacio. So what if you would have said, you know what, Bob, you're really not so important. You really don't really matter because you can only put 2 people on your list, and of the 2, only 1 answered the phone. What if you would have walked over Bob? What if you would have just said, to hell with Bob. He's no good. Get rid of him. Let's replace him. But Bob led to Sharon. Sharon led to Johnny, and Johnny led to Romacio, and Romacio put in over 20-something thousand people in the group in 8-9 months. Okay? Now what? Now what? You see what I'm saying? The most important part of the car is the missing link that allows it to run efficiently. What I want you to do, leaders, is stop walking over people that don't sound like you, they don't produce like you, and they don't talk like you. For what I want and hope that everyone on this Facebook Live to understand is that everyone matters. No one is perfect, but we all serve a purpose. My God, my God, my God. I got to take a break. Hold on. I need to pause myself. That's powerful. Give me a second. You know how when you watch a TV show and they get to the climax and just before they get ready to do the big blow, they take a commercial break. I need a break. Just give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back with you. That was a lot. I got to process that myself. That was powerful. Nobody is perfect, but we all serve a purpose. And so what I want you to do, it's very funny. Look, I'm not God and I haven't figured this whole thing out, but I got to be honest with you. I am in such awe with the infinite wisdom of God, how he works, how the universe works, how, this is why I am so in awe, because I'm forever learning. I'm watching. And one of the things that I'm learning is when we listen more. If you listen more, just listen attentively. If we listen more than we speak, we'll hear more and more and more of what's missing. We have to listen. And I know sometimes with how busy we are and we're so focused and we got our goals and we know where we're going and we got our plan that we just sometimes walk over or step over little old Bob. But rather, if you just slow down and listen, just slow down and listen. Let me give you an example. Just give me a second. I'll be right back. Don't move. Here, I want to show you something here. I got something for you this morning. Okay, give me a second here. I know I have very good organizational skills. I reckon I'll find what I'm looking for. I know I'm going to find what I'm looking for, and I know it's over here. Just give me a second here. Give me a second here, guys. Give me 1 second here. I want to show you something here that I believe is going to serve you really, really well. Just give me just a second here. I'm going to find it. I know I'm going to find it. I'm declaring I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it right now. It's going to show up right now. Just give me a second. I promise you. Take a sip of water. I'll be right back. Don't worry. I'm going to find it. I'm telling you. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it right now. It's going to show up. I'm telling you. It's going to show up. 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 I'm going to find it right now. Watch. Watch. Watch me. I'm going to find it right now. Okay? Just give me a second. Give me a second. I promise you. I'm going to find it right now. Just give me a second, guys. I'm going to find it right now. I'm going to find it right now. I'm going to find it right now. It's going to show up. It's going to show up. It's going to show up. I promise you. I'm going to find it. Give me just 1 second. See, that's the thing. When you do Facebook Live, everything is just, is live. So you're going to have to just, you're going to have to just stay tuned. Because I'm going to find this just for you. You got to see this, guys. Here it is. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you I was going to find it? I told you. Believe in me. It's your problem. I believe in me. You better believe in me. All right. We're talking about you listening more. Listen. In one of my previous network marketing opportunities that I was a part of, previous one, in my organization, one day there was a man that showed up to the meeting. And this is him right here. His name is Mr. John Cole. And John, long story short, lives here in Sacramento. I didn't sponsor him. John is 97 years old now. No, so 96 years old. Look at him. Handsome fella. 97. Now, when we took this picture, wow, I'm 39. It was 7 years ago. Wow. Look at this. One day, John, he used to always show up at all my meetings. He would always take notes. And I was having a hard time believing that I had, at the time, a 92-year-old leader in my organization. I mean, this was hard for me to process. Listen, remember the story that I just told you a minute ago about how sometimes you walk over Bob? You overlook people that don't sound like you, don't maybe talk like you, maybe aren't as aggressive as you, and you just think, oh, that person is of no use in my team. They're just a bunch of nothing. Well, imagine me. I'm 32. Look at the picture. This is the live picture right here. Okay? I'm 32. I'm 39 today, so 7 years ago. This guy is 92. 60-year difference between me and him. And every meeting I do, he shows up at the meeting. All the trainings, he was there. He drove himself. Can you believe that? Man drove himself, dressed himself, lived by himself, cook his own food. I mean, the boy is bad. Bad to the bone. Okay? And I'm sitting there, and he's at every single meeting. And I remember asking my upline at the time, I said, this 92-year-old guy keeps showing up and he's always taking notes. He's always in the front and he's always on time. 92. And he said, Romacio, I believe you got a 92-year-old leader. I believe he's the one. And I said, are you serious? He says, yes. And long story short, we went on to build a huge business together. I began to take him serious and stop overlooking him. Stop overlooking him because of his age. And I asked him to put together a small list of 10 of the most successful people that he knew. Now listen, I didn't sponsor this guy. I didn't even know him. But guess what? When I asked him to put together a list, what I did not know is that one of the newspapers here in Sacramento, California, he was the founder of one of the largest newspapers here in Sacramento. This guy, he knows people. This guy's got business in his bones. And I'm sitting here going, he puts together this list. This is an attorney. This is a doctor. This person's a business person. He puts it, no, long story short, thanks to John Cole, on his list of people that I began to work with was a federal judge. His niece was a federal judge. Got involved in the business. She introduced us to other people who introduced us to people who we continued to build and build. Long story short, we grew a successful business together. My whole point, I remember one day as talking to John, and I was sitting there saying, and I just began to listen more. And I was talking as I was looking at John, he didn't know it, but I was talking to my spirit and I was saying, God, what do you want me to learn from this? As I was looking right at John, I said, what do you want me to learn from this? This is what I was saying in my head to myself. And he was trying to teach me that you can learn from everybody. You can learn from everybody. Long story short, John Cole and I became really good friends. We're still really good friends today. He comes by my house. He just shows up, knocks on the door. And he's such an amazing personality. I love John. He loves to dress up and look sharp. And I remember when we signed up his very first person, he looked at me and he said, Romacio, they coming now. They coming now. Oh, they coming, baby. My whole point is it's not over until it's over. Me and John, we went on and we took this picture. I wanted to take some pictures. And at the top, it says, what's the difference between 60 years? I asked John this question. What's the difference between 60 years? In other words, I was 32, he's 92. What's the difference? And here's his favorite response. Take it one day at a time. Wow. Wow. Take it one day at a time. Take it one day at a time. In other words, he's 92, handsome, still fit, healthy, wise, still speaks well, everything. I would love to be like this at 92. I'd love to. And what's the counsel or the wisdom that John Cole, you came through my life to teach me? Romacio, take it one day at a time. So my point here, leaders, is stop overlooking people. Stop overlooking people. Stop overlooking people. One more time, stop overlooking people. Slow down and listen. Not everybody wants to build the business as fast as you. Not everybody is motivated by money, perhaps like you are. But everybody is equally important. For goodness sake, always remember, nobody's perfect, but everyone serves a purpose. And when you begin to look at life through that paradigm, when you begin to look at life through that paradigm, finally, suddenly, it will happen for you because you will recognize the value of the most important part of the car. It's the missing link. Now, with that, one more thing I want to show you. One more thing I want to show you. Right here on this wall. I want you guys to all get a chance to see this here. I want you to see this. When you change your thoughts, and you'll change your world. When you change your thoughts, you'll change your world. When you change the way you look at things, the way you look at things will finally change. That's my message today. When you change the way you look at things, finally, the way you look at things will change. And the way you do that is you begin to listen more. You see this? You got 2 ears and 1 mouth. If you use them in this accordance, I promise you, you'll become more successful in whatever you're doing a lot faster. Always remember, from today going forward, what's the most important part of the car? The missing link is the most important part. And so our lives should always be to try and discover, what am I missing? Have you ever asked that question? What am I missing? What am I missing? And as you get better by changing your thoughts, you will discover more of what you're missing. I love you. I'm the California Kid, Romacio. I'll see you soon.